It's week 3 of the National Football League. And here comes Denzel Ward. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Titans and the Browns coming up next.
We are within shouting distance of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football on the lakeside here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today it's week 3 and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them out in his 4th NFL season, former Temple Owl, P.J. Walker.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Walker looking to throw it right away. Escaping the pressure right. This complete to David Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And Walker now to throw on first down. That one is caught by Hunt. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Walker. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Browns at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
And going to the air on the opening drive. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. First down, Walker. They'll buy some time right. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Now Walker. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 20 carries, 92 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Levis back to throw. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this...
Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way down to the 9. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. That's second down. Levis from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down. Levis to throw it. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Great defense there on third and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Walker now. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Look at the big man rumble. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game.
There he goes, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. That is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Traylon Burks, 28 yards. And the Titans are back within a score. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. To throw is Walker. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
And points certainly not at a premium here. On 1st and 10, Walker. This short pass into the hands of the Joker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Walker. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 18. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A 1st down throw for Walker. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And working out of the gun here, Walker. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Let's go. Gravity Lions. Ready.
4th down, Walker. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Treylon Burks headed back out with the rest of this offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff running left, Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And even 100 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Levis sets up to throw here. This is caught. Touchdown. Chigakakwo from 3 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a 2nd down throw for Walker. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, here's Levis. That's going to be caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Tyjae Spears, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fulk connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Walker. And his throw is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. To throw is Walker. Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Another try after the 1st down sack. Walker. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out again. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Levis looking to throw. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Running left, it's Henry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Henry again on 2nd down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Levis. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Meanwhile, Levis's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Levis now on 1st and 10. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Levis. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Folk's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Walker. They'll roll him out right. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action now, Walker rolling to his left. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Ready.
And they go play action. Here's Walker. Steps away. Right back to Njoku. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
On the move to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Harold Landry getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Let's go now.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. That is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Elijah Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a bit closer. Hopkins with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. And the catch made by Hopkins. And some room to run now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Play action now, Levis. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on that.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
There's Elijah Moore as he and the offense come out for another drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. On 1st and 10, Walker flush to his right.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Walker now. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. That's good for 28 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Walker. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 19. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Walker. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. 2nd down. Here's Walker. Dancing to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now, really. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Chris Moore, 74 yards. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Levis will try to throw for the 2. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Cleveland offense making their way out. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll go screen here to Hunt. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Walker. Another completion here to Hunt. Room past the 35. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. A 1st down throw for Walker. That's complete to Bell over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 1st down, Walker. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And Walker now to throw on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Bell, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. 5 plays there on that drive. And David Bell closed things out with a touchdown catch. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 1st and 10, here's Levis. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Levis looking to throw. He completes it to Henry. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Off the option, here's Henry. A gain of 3, second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is going to have a Titans first down, and that should just about do it. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Titans, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for